Good evening, students. In Good evening, students. In a few papers, we got numericals related to physics, where I felt like you all are facing difficulty. So here, today's class is related to those numericals so that you can get clear with them. So let's start out with the numericals. So let's start with the numerical part. If you recall, in our previous paper, we had a sum where we need to represent Ohm's law. So here the graph was given. अच्छा आया था नोटिफिकेशन विवेक? आया कि नहीं? से यस और नो? ओके मतलब तुम देखने में डिले कर रहे हो, तुम देख नहीं रहे हो ना, टाइम थोड़ा सा चेंज हो रहा है इस कारण से मैं भी। अच्छा देखो, ये वाला सम एक एक्सप्लेन कर दे रही हूँ। हम लोगों को पिछले वाले एक पेपर में आया था, आई थिंक सेकंड क्वेश्चन पेपर में आया था, ओम्स लॉ का उन्होंने हमको कुछ टेबल गिवन था एंड देन दे आस्क्ड टू फाइंड आउट रेजिस्टेंस। तो रेजिस्टेंस हमको कैसे कैलकुलेट करना है? तो फर्स्ट प्लॉट द ओम्स लॉ, लाइक वी आई ग्राफ वॉज देयर. तो वेन एवर वी प्लॉट, वी विल बी ऑन द एक्स एक्सेस एंड आई विल बी ऑन द वाई एक्सेस. तो उसके बेसिस पे यहाँ पे हम लोगों ने ग्राफ को प्लॉट कर लिया, कुछ वैल्यूज़ गिवन थे, ठीक है, वैल्यूज़ के बेसिस पे हमने ग्राफ, हाँ वी आई ग्राफ को प्लॉट किया है. फिर वी आई ग्राफ प्लॉट करने के बाद उन्होंने हमको रेजिस्टेंस फाइंड करने बोला है. So there are two different ways to find out resistance. One, we can find either by getting the slope. So we can choose any of the point on the graph paper. Like we have taken B and then a perpendicular was dropped. So in the same way from C, from A, one more perpendicular was dropped. So both of them meet at C. तो यहाँ पे हम लोगों ने उसका फाइंड आउट किया. एक ये वाला मेथड है स्लोप वाला, लेकिन हमको एग्जाम मतलब बुक में ये मेंशन नहीं किया गया है. So for this kind of questions you can find all the average value. सारा रेजिस्टेंस फाइंड कर लो. सो रेजिस्टेंस का फॉर्मूला हमारा क्या होता है? V by I. So in that way calculate resistance, like what is R1? V by V1 by I1. So like that we'll be calculating all the resistance together. After that we need to find out average of that. So I'll be getting that question for you. Wait for a few minutes. अच्छा कुछ क्वेश्चंस हम लोग कर लें. Two resistors with resistance 5 ohm and 10 ohm are to be connected to the battery of 6 volt. So here two resistors are there. R1 is given 5 ohm and R2 is given 10 ohm. They connected with the battery. They connected with the battery of 6 volt. So here V is given 6 volt. We need to find minimum current and maximum current. So here what is minimum value of current? To get minimum current, what is minimum current and what is maximum current? For obtaining minimum current, the two resistors should be connected in parallel. So this condition you need to remember. For minimum current, resistors must be in parallel combination, in parallel. And to get maximum, resistors must be in series. So in this question they are asking like how we can get maximum current and minimum current. So getting minimum current, we need to connect them in parallel. So let's find what is the parallel combination. 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2, 1 upon Rp. So R1 is 5 here, R2 is 10. So getting LCM of that. So it's 3 upon 10, 1 upon Rp. Thus Rp is 10 by 3. Now we need to find out current. I is V upon Rp. So here value of V is given 6. Rp is 10 by 3. So it will get reciprocal. 6 multiplied by 3 upon 10. So it's 18 upon 10. Thus the answer is 1.8. We calculated current. So its unit is 1.8 ampere. Now to get maximum value. To get maximum value we need to connect them in series. So maximum resistance in series R1 plus R2. Value of R1 is 5, R2 is 10. So resistance in series is 15 ohm. Now value of current V upon RS. Here V is 6, S we got 15. 3 2s are 3 5s are. So it's 0.4 ampere. So this is one of the question. And next you are confused with resistivity type of questions. So as you asked about resistivity, so let's learn about resistivity. In yesterday's paper, you are asking about resistivity. For that derivation, resistance of a conductor is directly proportional to length of the conductor. R is proportional to L. Resistance is inversely proportional to cross section area. Let this be first equation, this be second equation. If we combine 1 and 2, R is proportional to L by A. Now R is equal to rho L by A. We'll remove proportional sign by using rho. Rho is called resistivity. Having cross multiplication now, rho L is RA. So rho is RA upon L. This we got resistivity. मैक्सिमम एंड मिनिमम वोल्टेज के लिए भी सीरीज एंड पैरेलल कनेक्शन करना होगा. ओके वोल्टेज के लिए देखो अभी तुमको अगर हम देखें तो V इज़ प्रोपोर्शनल टू R एंड I. मतलब अगर रेजिस्टेंस इंक्रीज हो रहा है तो वोल्टेज भी हमारा इंक्रीज होगा. इट्स डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल. ठीक है. सीरीज में हमारा रेजिस्टेंस ज़्यादा है तो वहाँ पे हमारा रिवर्स हो जाएगा. यहाँ पे रिलेटेड तो तुमको करंट के ही सम्स आएंगे. ठीक है. वोल्टेज के साथ कनेक्शन नहीं पूछेंगे. अभी देखो रेजिस्टिविटी का मैंने समझाया यहाँ तक. इफ़ इट गॉट क्लियर विल मूव विद द नेक्स्ट टॉपिक. सो दिस वी गॉट रेजिस्टिविटी. अब इसके रिलेटेड मैं कुछ क्वेश्चंस बता रही हूँ. मेटल वायर हैज़ डायमीटर 0.25 millimeter. Diameter is given 0.25 millimeter. Pay attention. Always length must be in centimeter. ठीक है. So will it must be in meter. So we'll divide this by 1000. अगर ये डेसिमल को हमने हटा लिया तो 2 more zeros. So net answer is 25 multiplied by 10 raised to 5 zeros. So this we got diameter. Okay, after getting diameter, we need to find radius. Vivek, are you saying something? Okay, so here we got the diameter. Now radius is half of the diameter. So it's 25 by 2 multiplied by 10 raised to 5 meter. Now it is given electric resistivity. Okay, its resistivity is given 0.8 multiplied by 10 raised to minus 8 ohm meter. Unit of resistivity is ohm meter. So how we'll get ohm meter? If you see here, resistivity is RA by L. Unit of A is meter square, area, length is meter. So it got cancelled. Resistance unit is ohm and 1 meter is remaining. So it's ohm meter. Unit of resistivity is ohm meter. Resistivity is given 0.8 multiplied by 10 raised to 8 ohm meter, and then radius is given 25 by 2 raised to multiplied by 10 raised to 5, and we need to calculate even the resistance is given 5 ohm. Here we need to find what will be the length of the wire. So L is question mark. So let's apply formula now. R is equal to rho L by A. We need to find L. So having cross multiplication, rho L is RA, thus L is RA by rho. Value of resistance, it's given 5. Area, as it is circle, pi r square, pi 22 by 7, or pi is 22 by 7, or we can take 3.14. 22 by 7. Length is, length we need to calculate. Pi, radius is 25 into 10 raised to 5. 25 multiplied by 10 raised to 5, whole divide by 2. So first, resistance, formula of length is RA by L. So resistance is 5. Area is pi r square. So pi is 22 by 7. Radius is 25 by 2. So 25 by 2 square is there. So that will be repeating twice. Whole divided by rho value. Rho value is 0.8 multiplied by 10 raised to minus 8. If we shift this 10 raised to minus 8 to numerator, so what's the net value we are having? 5 is there, 22 is there, multiply by 25. So it's 625. Multiply by 10 raised to 5 plus 10 raised to 5 is 10 raised to 10. Now shifting this 10 raised to 8 to numerator, so it's 10 raised to positive 8. Whole divided by 0.8. Then 17 is there. 2 2s are 4. If you remove this decimal also, so one more 10 will increase. So this is the net value which we need to calculate. Okay. So now this calculation I'm leaving for you. So after calculating all the values, we will get length as, suppose you are feeling it difficult. Okay, if you are feeling calculations to be difficult, instead of making the wrong calculation, leave your solution here itself. On like tens you can complete, up to where you can calculate, do it. Don't have the wrong calculation, leave the sum by putting meter. So if it is of 2 marks question, you will get 1.5 for this. Only you are going to lose half marks. Okay, don't have any wrong calculation, as this type of calculations will be little typical. After completion of your paper, you can go for the calculations. Okay, now one more question is there. How much will the resistance change if the diameter of the wire is doubled? So this kind of questions are very important. If the diameter of the wire is doubled, how much, if suppose length is L and diameter is D. If we double the diameter, means we need to fold it out. So in that sense, the wire will get doubled, where length will decrease to half and diameter will become twice. So this is the concept which you need to use. Resistance will remain. So they're asking what is the change in resistance. Let the original resistance R and the new resistance is R dash. So how much change is there? So we'll start out with the solution by using the same formula. You can start out the formula by L is equal to rho L by A. Rho L by A. So this is equation number 1. Now R dash is rho. Resistivity will remain same, as resistivity is an intrinsic property. It does not change. L got changed to L by 2. Whereas when length got changed, length became half. So area will become double. So instead of A, we are going to write 2A now. Now it is rho L by 4A. In our equation 1, we were having the value of rho L by A as R. So replace this part by R. Thus R dash is R upon 4. Question was, what is the new resistance? New resistance will be 1/4 of old resistance. So this is the relationship. Either they can ask in terms of R, or they can ask like by giving the value, like old resistance, original resistance is 1 ohm. What is the new resistance? Or original resistance is 4 ohm. What is the new resistance? So here you are going to place out 4. 4 and 4 will get cancelled. So new resistance will be 1 ohm. So this is one of the question where they will ask like area got doubled, area got tripled. So depending on the thing, you will be changing here. Here area got doubled. So when the wire is folded, if it will get triple, here we will change it as 3A. So only the changes will be there in area. So when the area is changing, along with that length will also change. Length will become 1/3. Okay, this is one of the question. Three 2 ohm resistors ABC are connected as shown in the figure. So here figure is there. Next question. 3 resistors are there. Each one is 2 ohm. The question is, each of them dissipates energy and can withstand a maximum power of 18 watt. They can withstand maximum 18 watt power without melting. Find the maximum current that can flow through the 3 resistors. What is the maximum amount of current can flow through the resistors? If you remember, the same for the same type of question, you gave the formula of the power in the previous class. Okay, in the previous class when we were solving sample solution paper, so there we got the question and then formula related to current. So what is the formula of power? Power is very important. V we can replace with IR as per Ohm's law. So P is equal to I square R. So I square is P by R. Thus I is root over P by R. First we need to calculate resistance of this. 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2 as they're in parallel. So it's 2 by 2. So answer will be 1. 1 plus 2, equivalent resistance will be 3. We got the value of resistance. Then next power is given. If we divide them, we can get I. So I is 18 divided by 3 root over. So it's root over, okay, 18 divided by 2, how they got 2 resistance. Okay, each register separately. See here, first we'll be solving with the 2. Okay, how much current, as this is in series, so current will be, resistance will be 2. So instead of finding equivalent, we'll find out 2 by dividing 2. So root over 9 is 3. Now here the current is splitting into 2 parts. So here we got the current as 3 ampere. So 3 ampere is being separated out. So 3 by 2, each one will get current as 1.5 ampere. So this was there at the sample paper. Tomorrow better we'll solve all the numericals of electricity. In tomorrow session, instead of sample paper, we are going to solve out रूट 6 एम्पियर. रूट 6 नहीं हो रहा है वहाँ पे, देखो ये वाला हमको इक्विवेलेंट करके फाइंड करने का जरूरत नहीं. उन्होंने क्या बोला है क्वेश्चन में, हाउ मच करंट विल फ्लो थ्रू ईच रजिस्टर. ईच मतलब पहले हमको यहाँ का फाइंड करना होगा. अगर इक्विवेलेंट बोलते तो हम ओवरऑल कैलकुलेट करके बताते. ठीक है, उन्होंने यहाँ पे हमको ईच वन बोला है, इसलिए पहले हमने इसका फाइंड किया. फिर उसके बाद द सेम करंट इज गेटिंग स्प्लिटिंग ओवर एज देयर इज पैरेलल कॉम्बिनेशन, तो फिर हमने उसको डिवाइड कर लिया हाफ में. एक वीआई ग्राफ वाला सम था, तुम देखो सैम्पल पेपर नंबर फर्स्ट में था, पेपर नंबर 1 में ओम्स लॉ का लास्ट क्वेश्चन वाला था. तुम्हारे पास ऑलरेडी पेपर्स के लिंक्स हैं, तो तुम वो पेपर का मेरे को लास्ट क्वेश्चन फिजिक्स का सॉल्व करके एक बार भेज दो. सारे रेजिस्टेंस को फाइंड करो. रेजिस्टेंस को फाइंड करने के बाद उनका एवरेज फाइंड कर लो. जो एवरेज आंसर आया है वो नेट रेजिस्टेंस होगा. ठीक है, सैम्पल पेपर 1 में एक क्वेश्चन था हमारा. इवन द सैम्पल पेपर 2 ऑल्सो वॉज हैविंग वन मोर क्वेश्चन. वो 2 सॉल्व करके अभी तुम मेरे को भेज दो. कैन यू हियर विवेक? अच्छा विवेक, नेक्स्ट फिर मैं बाद में लेती हूँ और कल का तुम टाइम से ज्वाइन कर लेना, सो दैट वी कैन कंप्लीट numericals part. So tomorrow we'll be dealing with physics numericals. Okay, and tomorrow's class will be by 2:30, so that we can solve maximum numericals. Huh? Okay, winding up now.